I just got a message that Daniel Andrews is watching the show in the Qantas Chairman's Lounge in Canberra. Good to see you, former Premier. Come on for a chat sometime. Now, day one of Labor's Talkfest, this economic roundtable, is about to wrap up in Canberra. Today's theme was resilience. Productivity will be head of the agenda tomorrow. And the final day on Thursday is set to focus on tax reform. Let's bring in the National Farmers Federation President, David Jochinke, who was in the room today. Good to talk to you, David. Tell us your impressions of the discussion and whether there were any worthwhile ideas coming out of it.
G'day, Chris. Look, ultimately, it was a discussion around trade and about Australia's opportunity to maximise both agricultural throughput in the most important money-generating output that we have, and that is making sure we've got good relations with our trading partners, making sure that our decisions around how to pursue free trade agreements, making sure that our economic position within the region is stabilised, but then more so, how can we do this in an environment where the government is asking for neutral to negative budget impacts, as far as not wanting to spend too much money on these ideas is a challenge. Noting too that we were the only agricultural organisation within the room was probably one of the other differences around other industries. We were only invited into the one session out of the 8 that were being conducted. So I also wanted to try to mention some of the productivity, some of the regional issues, as well as some of the community angst that we have around some of the policies that are currently being rolled out as well.
Yeah, let's stick with trade for a moment, because we're getting a lot of word from a lot of sectors where companies are balking at investing in Australia, in the energy sector and resources sector, in manufacturing and the like. And there's we're going to see similar in pharmaceuticals with the big news on CSL today. They're looking, if they're going to invest in new jobs, new plant, new equipment, they're going to look at doing that in America now because of the way things are unfolding and because of the tax disadvantages here and the encumbrances on planning and approvals in Australia. So that's a big problem for us. But in the agricultural sector, you can't kind of replace this food bowl possibility that this nation has. Obviously, we've always been a food and fibre bowl for the world, but there's an enormous untapped potential, isn't there, for us to grow more food here and export more food, especially into the East Asian region.
Spot on, Chris. One of the key messages what we did have, and it came from the agricultural productivity roundtable we had the week before that fed into this discussion, was Southeast Asia is still our closest and most important emerging market. Australia's absolutely primed position to service that industry, as well as understanding the more we trade with our neighbours, the more we can integrate ourselves within that social fabric of the region. It means that we can have stability and trust within the nations, noting that we're in a climate now where we're seeing very uncertain geopolitical concerns starting to arise, such as what we have seen with the US. And our fear is that protectionism will start to sweep over the global trading systems, which will make it even more challenging for Australia. We also note that around 19% of our potential is left on the table purely because non-tariff barriers are making it hard for us to do trading deals, making it hard for us to execute those trading deals. And as a nation, we need to make sure that that government-to-government collaboration, making sure that that business-to-business understanding is enhanced. And once again, Southeast Asia is prime for us. Also noting that we've got opportunities with the Indian market and also the Gulf market as well, let alone trying to navigate a European Union deal that is essentially beneficial to agriculture, of which we didn't see that occurring last time we were in negotiations.
Yeah, they're always hard on agriculture, the Europeans. Thanks for joining us, David. Appreciate it.